everyone. What we're making today is loaded Fiesta beef and potato skillet. I'm making this for my daughter, but I figured I would show you all how to make it. We're gonna need 1 pound of ground beef, some pico, some all-purpose flour, olive oil, cornstarch, salt, pepper, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, some chipotle chili pepper, an onion, some minced garlic, queso. I have 4 potatoes here, and then I also have some green onion. I already washed my potatoes off, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut up my potatoes into squares. Once I get my potatoes cut up, I'll be back to show you what we do next. In the meantime, I'm just going to put my ground beef and the pico and the green onions, minced garlic back in the refrigerator for the time being. We'll cook up the ground beef as soon as I put the potatoes in the oven. Okay, so I cut up my pieces of potato into little bite-sized pieces. Now we like the skins on, so I just left them on. And then over here, I have about a 1/2 cup of flour and then about 1/3 cup of cornstarch. I have 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I have 1/4 teaspoon of the chipotle chili pepper, about 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and then I have 2 teaspoons of paprika. You want to make sure your potatoes are as dry as you can get them. So what I did is I just took a paper towel and dabbed them throughout the potatoes. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your cornstarch, you're going to take your flour, dump them right in there, and then you're going to take your spices and dump them right into the bowl as well. And now go ahead and give these a good stir, and then we're going to drizzle them with some olive oil. Once you stir these around and get the coating on the potatoes, try not to disturb them too much, especially when you add the olive oil on as well, because you don't want all of the coating to come off. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. I have my baking dish lined with some aluminum foil, and we're just going to put them into the oven for about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. Like ours pretty crispy, so what I'm going to do is check them after. I'll probably check them at 30 minutes, check them again at 45. If they need a little bit longer, then I'll go for the full hour. I will stir them halfway through the cooking process as well. But I'll be back to show you what they look like once I get them onto the baking sheet. I want to show you this part. So this is what they're looking like after I stir the potatoes around in the coating. So now go ahead and take your olive oil and you just want to drizzle. You don't want them to be soaking wet, but you just want them to be lightly coated. So now go ahead and stir them again, and then go ahead and put them on your baking sheet. If you feel like they need a little bit more oil, go ahead and just drizzle a little bit more olive oil onto the potatoes. So this is what the potatoes are looking like when I got them onto the baking sheet. I did put just a little bit of avocado oil on the aluminum foil and rubbed it in with a paper towel. You don't want it to be overly wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven, and then I'll be back to show you what we do next. Okay, I got my 1 pound of ground beef in our pan, so now we're just gonna add our spices here. And I did cut up my onion as well, but we're gonna wait to add the onion. As my daughter always says, measure with your heart. So I'm just gonna put a couple dashes of the chipotle chili pepper. We're gonna put some chili powder in here as well. I'm gonna put a couple dashes of cumin, onion powder, garlic powder. We're also going to wait to add the minced garlic, paprika, and then I'm going to add the salt and pepper because they're twisty. So I'm going to add the salt and pepper, and we're just going to brown the ground beef until it is almost done, and then we'll add the onion, and then at the end we'll add the minced garlic. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, our ground beef is just about done, so we're going to go ahead and add our onion. We're just going to cook the onion until the onion is soft. And then once the onion is soft, I'll be back to add the garlic. Okay, our onions are soft, so I'm going to go ahead and just add About a tablespoon of the minced garlic. And I'm just going to cook that for a few minutes. And then what you can do is just turn the heat on low or warm until the potatoes are done. If you want, you can put a lid on it. You don't have to. And also, now our ground beef was pretty lean, so I did not have to drain it. But if you're using a fattier ground beef and you have a lot of grease, you will want to drain it. So I'll be back once we're ready for the next step. Okay, I just pulled our potatoes out of the oven. I did bake them for 1 hour and they look great. Not sticking at all. Our ground beef mixture is done. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your potatoes, put them right into the ground beef. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. And this is what we're looking like. So what I also did was I cut up our green onion. I heated up our queso. The sour cream is optional. I know my daughter likes that. And then the pico. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put this on a plate. You're going to drizzle it with the queso, add your pico, your sour cream if you'd like, and then top it with the green onions. Once we get this plated up, we'll be back to give it a taste. Okay, our loaded Fiesta beef and potato skillet is done. Now my daughter's looks prettier than mine because she adds pico and sour cream. I just have the beef and potatoes, queso, and the green onions. Let's give it a try.
Looks really good.
Really good.
Really, really good.
Delicious. Love it.
Taco Bell who?
Very, very good. Love it.
It's really good.
We hope that you all enjoyed this video. And if you make it, please let us know how you like it. But we hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. And we will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.